Who was Sargon the Great? A ruler of God, or just a man born to greatness? Join me as we unravel the enigma of one of history's most captivating figures. What secrets lie beneath the sands of time? Let's embark on this journey through ancient Mesopotamia. Sargon the Great, a name that echoes through history, is often hailed as the first emperor. But who was he really? Was he a mere mortal, or did he wield divine power? As we delve into his life, we'll uncover layers of mystery that shroud his legacy. From his humble beginnings to his rise as a formidable ruler, every twist and turn in Sargon's story reveals more questions than answers. So, let's set the stage for this epic tale. To understand Sargon, we must first grasp the world he inhabited. Ancient Mesopotamia, often referred to as the cradle of civilization, was a land of flourishing city-states, vibrant cultures, and fierce rivalries. Here, the Sumerians laid the groundwork for writing, law, and urban society. But amid this growth, instability brewed. City-states like Ur, Uruk, and Lagash competed for power, paving the way for a figure like Sargon to rise from the shadows. Sargon's story begins in the city of Kish, a significant and ancient metropolis in Mesopotamia. Unlike many rulers of his time who claimed noble or divine heritage from birth, Sargon was said to have been born a commoner, a striking detail that sets him apart in the annals of history. This humble origin, according to legend, may have seen him employed in roles far from the seat of power. Some tales describe him as a gardener, tending to the earth with the care and patience of a man grounded in simplicity. Other accounts suggest he served as a cupbearer, an attendant whose proximity to the ruling elite would seem to place him on the fringes of power, yet still distanced from true authority. These roles were far removed from the throne, but they were essential in shaping his perspective on the world around him. Yet, fate had something else in store for Sargon. Despite these unremarkable beginnings, destiny carved a path for him that would eventually lead to greatness. It is said that he harbored a fire within him, a spark of ambition that the ordinary stations of life could not contain. In time, this flame would grow into a roaring inferno that drove him toward the extraordinary. One fateful day, Sargon made his move, and in an astonishing turn of events, he overthrew the king of Kish. This singular act marked the beginning of a legendary ascent to power. But how did a man of such modest origins accomplish such a daring feat? Was it a display of extraordinary cunning that allowed him to outmaneuver his enemies, using his understanding of the city's internal workings to gain the upper hand? Could divine intervention have played a role, with the gods themselves guiding his hand as he took control of the city? In ancient Mesopotamia, it was not uncommon for rulers to claim the favor of deities, and Sargon may have used this belief to legitimize his rule. Or perhaps it was sheer force of will, a relentless drive and unshakable determination that enabled him to conquer not just a king, but his own circumstances. The overthrow of the king of Kish was not just a moment of personal triumph for Sargon, it was a seismic event that reverberated through the region. It signaled the rise of a new kind of ruler, one whose origins lay in the common soil, but whose ambitions reached the heavens. This act of defiance against the established order didn't just ignite a fire within Sargon. It set the stage for the creation of an empire that would reshape the political landscape of Mesopotamia. Thus, Sargon's rise was more than just a power struggle. It was a battle of identity. His story is a testament to the idea that greatness is not always born of noble blood, but can be achieved through audacity, vision, and an unwavering will to defy the limits of one's station. This transformation from commoner to conqueror remains one of the most compelling aspects of his legend, a narrative that invites us to ponder the forces, whether human or divine, that propel certain individuals to the heights of power. As soon as Sargon seized power, he embarked on a campaign that would turn him from an ordinary man into a legendary ruler. His ambition seemed limitless, driving him to achieve greatness. But what fueled this ambition? Was it just the desire for power, or was there something darker behind his rise? After securing the throne of Kish, Sargon set out on an extraordinary journey of conquest. He marched across Mesopotamia, bringing the independent Sumerian city-states under his control. He proclaimed himself king of the Akkadian Empire, a title that signaled the beginning of a new era in the region. His military strategies were highly effective, relying on swift cavalry tactics and the use of psychological warfare to defeat his enemies and keep them in fear. Sargon wasn't just a conqueror, he was a master strategist. He knew that to maintain his growing empire, He needed to keep his soldiers loyal and disciplined. But how did he do this? What methods did he use to ensure their loyalty? Perhaps it was through rewards, perhaps through fear. And as these soldiers fought in bloody battles, what horrors did they witness that might have changed them forever? Through his relentless campaigns, Sargon transformed himself and the world around him, building an empire that would leave a lasting legacy. However, his rise to power came with many questions about his motives, the methods he used, and the true cost of his ambition. Sargon's life is steeped in mystery. Historical documentation is scarce, often clouded by the passage of time and the embellishments of later historians. The Sumerian king list, a crucial document, claims he ruled for 56 years, but how much of this is fact and how much is myth? His very birth story resembles that of legendary figures, hinting at divine lineage. But why were such tales necessary? One of the main sources about Sargon's rule is the Sumerian king list, a document that catalogs rulers of ancient Mesopotamia. According to this list, Sargon ruled for 56 years, a surprisingly long reign for that period, though the veracity of this claim is uncertain. This document also places him as a pivotal figure, suggesting his rule marked a major transition in the region. However, because the king list combines historical accounts with mythological elements, it's difficult to parse out fact from fiction. Adding to his mystique, Sargon's origin story echoes motifs from ancient legends. According to Mesopotamian lore, he was born to a high priestess and placed in a reed basket on the Euphrates River, a tale that resembles the later biblical story of Moses. This divine-like origin story may have been designed to lend him a sacred legitimacy, implying he was favored by the gods, a necessary assertion for maintaining power and inspiring loyalty among his subjects. As we dig deeper, the lines blur between reality and legend. Sargon's legacy is evident in the rise of subsequent empires. Babylon and Assyria drew inspiration from his rule. Yet, why do historians debate his actual existence? Did he leave behind any tangible evidence of his reign, or has he become a figure of pure myth? The truth is, Sargon left behind a legacy that would shape the course of history, yet the mysteries surrounding him remain unsolved. Was he a brilliant leader or a tyrant? Did he rule with benevolence, or did fear dictate his reign? The answers are buried, waiting to be uncovered. As we conclude our journey through the enigmatic life of Sargon the Great, we are left with more questions than answers. His accomplishments are undeniable, yet the mysteries of his existence and the legends that surround him continue to intrigue scholars and historians alike. What secrets might yet be unearthed in the sands of Mesopotamia? And what does Sargon's story teach us about power, ambition, and the nature of history itself? As we conclude our journey through the enigmatic life of Sargon the Great, we are left with more questions than answers. His accomplishments are undeniable, yet the mysteries of his existence and the legends that surround him continue to intrigue scholars and historians alike. What secrets might yet be unearthed in the sands of Mesopotamia? And what does Sargon's story teach us about power, ambition, and the nature of history itself? So, the next time you hear the name Sargon, remember, behind every great ruler lies a web of intrigue waiting to be unraveled. What other secrets of the past remain hidden, waiting for someone to uncover them? Join me next time as we continue to explore the mysteries of history. Until then, stay curious,